Welcome to Fanboy Critic, where we go watch new movies on theaters and give you our review, both the good and the bad. I'm Joe Ortiz and I'll be your fanboy.
And I'm Sam McClure, I'll be your critic. This week on Fanboy and Critic, we went to go see Spider-Man Far From Home, starring Tom Holland, Samuel L. Jackson, Jake Gyllenhaal, and Zendaya. And it's directed by John Watts. And if you don't know what Spider-Man is, he's a superhero, and he has the powers of a spider.
You should already know this.
What do you think he did well with this all-star cast, hot property, and MCU? What do you think he did well?
I think he did a really great job with the cast. I thought the story was awesome. I honestly, for the first hour, was really pissed off because I didn't like what was going on. There was too much talking. I was like, what the hell? And then bam, this twist comes out of nowhere. You said it was kind of predictable. I didn't see it coming. I thought this was the storyline they were completely following. But I think this Spider-Man was just so good. The romance between MJ was really good. And there was a lot of jokes that were really funny. I just really liked the special effects too.
Yeah.
I thought that was really, really, really good. And there's just one scene at the end that really made it for me. I think this was the best of Spider-Man you are going to see. And I thought that scene just was the best part about it. But
You're talking about the climax scene or what?
the climax scene, yeah, that very last fight scene that...
We can't use that anyways, it's a spoiler.
Damn it.
This movie is not quite as good as Homecoming. I'll be honest with you, the dialogue is really, really flat. I think they could have used another, probably 4 or 5 passes at it because nobody really stood out. They weren't characterized very well. I mean, all the actors did a pretty good job, especially Jake Gyllenhaal, I think. Yeah. But I felt like almost all the lines of dialogue were very flat and did not give any sort of character or personality to these characters that we got a pretty good glimpse of in Homecoming. You're right, the special effects were fantastic. They were phenomenal. There were some really imaginative set pieces.
Yeah.
But I thought the twist, which wasn't much of a twist, it came pretty early on. I thought it was really predictable because we know Mysterio, we know what he's about. It lacked a lot of the heart that the last one had. And I think a lot of it came down to the writing, and they were very overt with a lot of the themes and this is Peter's character arc. But they were just hammering it. There was no subtlety to it whatsoever. Homecoming had a lot of subtlety, and this one was just nope, this is the arc, and it happened every scene. So the after credits scene I think added a lot more to what happened in this movie than actually the finale of the movie.
I'm not convincing anyone. They're gonna watch it.
No, you have to convince the critics out there.
Critics, go watch this movie because I know you enjoyed the first one, and this is just the next chapter to the MC universe of what's gonna happen next. But you gotta watch it for Jake Gyllenhaal because I feel like he did a terrific job as playing Mysterio.
Fanboys, I don't think this movie actually adds anything to the MCU. Honestly, I don't think it doesn't resolve anything. It doesn't introduce any new information really.
It does.
No, it doesn't. What is it? It doesn't add anything to the MCU. I think you can skip this one. There's 10 other Disney movies in theaters right now anyways. All right, now we're onto the ratings. Jay, what do you think? Spider-Man Far From Home.
Spider-Man Far From Home is gonna put me at an amaze. I was completely amazed at this movie because, to be honest, the first one was so good. I kind of came into this movie with low expectations of it dropping the ball on this. But, they bounced back midway through the movie, and I ended up really enjoying it. And the cast was really good. The effects were really good. I ended up enjoying the movie, and I was amazed at it.
Okay. For me, there's a lot of things going wrong with, the character, the story, and things like that. But I think the set pieces were so good. Without spoiling it, there's one really imaginative fight scene that really did it for me. So it's going to put me at a like.
Yay. 2 weeks in a row, he's on the fanboy side.
All right, fanboys and critics, thanks for watching. Make sure to like, subscribe, leave a comment. We're one of the little channels out there, and it really helps us out 10 times more than the other channels. So if you could just do us a solid, show us some love,
and we'll see you for the next review.
Jackson and Zendaya. Oh,
and
fuck.
Jake Gyllenhaal. How do you forget Jake?
The Jills.
The
This
Jills.
is not his nickname. Nobody calls him that except for me.